Hello everyone, welcome back to the walkthrough for the game Othercide. We are in the third week at day 18. We have 4 different synapses to close. Let's have a look at our mission, penance, survival or rescue mission. Now I'm going to go and do the rescue mission because I really need a resurrection token. I'm going to bring... I think I'll bring my strong team for this. I will bring one unit that's a little bit weaker. I think I'll bring the weaker shield bearer rather than the Soulslinger. I thought about bringing a weaker Soulslinger, but I don't know. Like, I thought about bringing Ada, maybe not. Maybe I think Clemens is better. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with this team. It shouldn't be too difficult, this particular mission. There are tricks to this particular map.
What more must we sacrifice before the end?
So it looks like the child can resurrect enemies that are dead. I guess that's how he's resurrecting all these that's how he's resurrecting all these enemies, like the Plague Prophet, etc. Okay, we'll take a big giant move with our Bright Soul. If there are less than 2 enemies on the map, 2 more enemies will spawn towards the end. So what I mean by that is, see, now there's 2 enemies on the map, right? If I defeat one of these enemies, and there are no enemies spawning, 2 more enemies will appear at the end. So make sure there's always 2 enemies on the map. Now, that 2 enemy includes enemies that are spawning. So there are no enemies spawning now. There will be enemies spawn at 40, but there are no enemies spawning at the moment. So this means if I defeat one of the enemies, another 2 enemies will appear at the end. And that's not something that we want to happen. The trick in this mission is to move the Bright Soul up as quickly as as fast as possible. And you'll be able to win this without too much trouble.
I could not protect.
Alright, GG. I shouldn't call GG now. But look, I defeated one of the enemies. And notice how there are multiple enemies that are going to spawn. This is why I said before, you need to be patient and not defeat any enemies on the map. Otherwise, more enemies will spawn, and this makes your life more difficult. At least 2 more enemies will spawn here. Sometimes there will only be 1 enemy that will spawn. Sometimes there's only 2, but a lot of times there could be more. So there's 3 worms and 1 Ravager. Not too big of a problem.
Ignore this blight at your peril. They will drag our daughters into the void. They collect pieces of broken souls.
Okay, so I've body blocked myself, which is not good, but I didn't want to move there anyway. I could also body block these enemies. So what I mean body block is because the allies occupying this tile, it is impossible for allies to move around. So the only way to move around is all the way around there. It is not possible to move past allies. So in some games, you can move, if there's an ally here, you can move past them, even if they're blocking this tile. You can't obviously move past enemies if they're blocking the tile, but in this game, even if the allies blocking this tile, you cannot move past them. They will basically block you. So we might as well block them. Okay. Spirit Haste. Yeah, Spirit Haste Helena. And move up, please. We also have enemies here. That's going to spawn. 2 Curse Witch. No problem. If I can defeat this enemy, it will be really, really nice. I couldn't. I don't know who the Ravager is going to attack. I'm not going to take any chances. Just in case. It's unlikely that the Ravager is going to attack us. Unlikely doesn't mean impossible. Okay, that's good. So they're target locking Helena, and if they hit Helena, they will hit Bella as well, which means you need to be very, very careful. So we have 2 target locks, which means we need to be very, very careful. Now, later on, you will have enemies that can buff other enemies up the timeline. Well, you already have that. They are corrupted daughters. But you have an enemy called Infested, which can buff up allies up the timeline. And they can buff up multiple allies.
Shred them down.
You know what? I'm gonna stay here. So
Don't.
we are going to
Memories
Spirit
hurt.
Haste. Ooh, Helena, yeah. Okay, so the Massive Flash is coming at 18, which is okay. We need to get Bella out of here.
I could not protect them all.
Okay, so let's check this guy's range on the Massive Flash. Okay, so if I move 2 tiles, I will be able to get out of this, right? Is that what you're saying? Excellent. Okay, so more Curse Witch and Plague Prophets that's going to spawn. Plague Prophet can also hit you twice if you're standing right next to them. On the first turn, they can't... so as they spawn, they are not able to attack you unless you're in melee range. If you're in melee range, they are able to attack you. However, after they move their first turn, the second turn, if you're right next to them, they are able to attack you twice. They're a bit like Plague Butchers. So, annoying as hell. Okay. Nah, I'm gonna go for the guaranteed damage. That's alright. That's a delayed attack. So my delayed attack would hit first, so I'm not worried. There we go. See, my delayed attack would hit first. Alright, surprisingly, that attack did not kill them. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna stay here because there's nowhere else I can go.
I revel in her
Alright, I
strength.
meant to target the other guy, but sure.
Shatter them.
I could do this, but I'm not going to. Ravagers also have pretty good chance to dodge attacks. So, see, hit chance, dodge, hit chance minus 20% because I'm on his flank. Normally, there's about 70% chance to hit them. So, with Ravagers, you always want to do a flank, if possible, a backstab.
I could not protect them.
They have very good chance to dodge attacks. They're really annoying, actually. Okay. Helena, let's delay these guys. Down the timeline. That's why we have shield bearers, because we can delay enemies. Alright.
They always come.
Okay, so we have a lot of enemies spawning at the back.
Will the poor one's
Okay.
suffering never end?
Ravagers, so we need to be very, very careful. I could take these enemies down.
I revel in her strength.
You know what? Sure. I have 428 armor. I mean, he might hit me. He might run away and try to hit me. But there's no way he can cut through 428 armor. He base damage 620, yeah. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way he can break through that much armor. He will target lock. Look, he can do that if he wants to, but I'll be able to easily escape, so I'm not particularly worried. So Ravagers are coming. And yeah, you need to be careful of Ravagers because they take turns very quickly. This means they're able to hit you before you can run away, so just be aware. And
It will reap what suffering has sown.
Reapers are similar to Hunters. Basically, they can leap across the map. Really annoying as well. Okay, so the Bright Soul should be able to evac now. Good. Alright. So, I did make a little bit of a mistake in the beginning, but we didn't lose any daughter. Everything is all good.
Flesh is its canvas.
Okay. You know what? This is not a good idea. What is a good idea is sidestep here. Knock this guy.
I cared for
So
them.
he dies. Knock you. So you die. There's no way the Ravagers can catch up to me. No way.
No mercy.
That's why I really, really like Slam. I really love it as a skill. It's super, super good. because you can constantly delay enemies, and it's a skill that you can't miss as well. So you cannot miss with slam. This makes it even more powerful.
They will bleed for him. So will you.
We could defeat all these enemies if we choose to do so. We have enough firepower, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
In her strength.
Ah, we're able to get out just. I was a little bit worried. I mean, it's probably okay because I have all that armor, but you never know these days. Exactly, you never know. Ravager attack is a reactionary attack, and any enemies that hit, for example, if you have a daughter right next to a Ravager, if they use Revenge attack, it will deal up to 1060 damage to an enemy taking damage. So if your daughter takes damage from any other source, then Revenge attack will proc. So just be very careful. It's a very powerful skill and very deadly. It does a lot of damage. Even the regular claw does pretty high damage, actually. See, they have very high dodge percentage. Whoa, that is a 3 dodge. You gotta be joking, right? Well, goodbye. I ain't gonna mess around. Yeah, that, I mean... So he dodged all 3 times. That's crazy.
He won't like that.
Ever
Not at
closer
all.
to what I was.
Alright, so Bella is almost level 10, I guess. We need that
Together,
resurrection
you are
token.
stronger.
I'm sorry. So what is
What will you
Clemens's
remember
dodge
now?
percentage? 14%. Well, Helena has a lot of traits. All adjacent enemy gain this effect. Armor minus 50%, dodge minus 10%, terrifying. She inspires terror in enemies of her holy wrath. Okay, she got 110 AP, which is always good. That extra 10 AP makes a big difference, you know? The extra 10 AP. There's another mission that we can do, a hunt mission, the amphitheater. You know what? We'll go with Cindy. Because Cindy is super tanky, so... I haven't used Ada for quite some time, so... I need to level her up.
Sacrificed before the end.
It might be later that I sacrifice Sam for Ada, and just... so we don't need an extra Blade Master anymore.
What they did to this child. What forces they arrayed against an innocent.
It should be... Sorry, it's not amphitheater. It's amphitheater. Is it amphitheater? I don't know how to say it properly. Two Ravagers, a Plague Prophet, and 2 Curse Witch, I think. Okay. No problemo. Move up there, Cindy. Yeah, let's hide here as a blind spot. Chris, you can move up as well. Chris, you got a little bit extra AP, which is always good. Sidestep is super good. You can just teleport around and cause people trouble. You can teleport across a gap. So what you can do is you can use lightning strike to hit enemies across a gap in the map and then sidestep back. So enemies can't hit you. They'll have to go all the way around the map to circumvent the gap. Gap or the chasm in the map. I mean chasm like this. This is a chasm. So you can't, you have to go all the way across. But lightning, you can lightning strike across and you can sidestep across. So what you can do is lightning strike across there and sidestep back. Yeah, always slam because slam can't miss.
Impressive.
And then we can sidestep here. Then use an imbued blade. That's why having 120 AP is super good. I can just dance across the map, hit enemies, reposition, and then set up delayed attacks. There's no way anybody can get to me.
Shred them down. Shatter them. The veil grows weaker. His power stronger.
Oh, yeah, sure. I can Spirit Haste Chris. I almost forgot that Spirit Haste has 8 tiles of range. Sure. Alright, GG.
Impressive.
Ravagers,
They will bleed for him. So will you.
Plague Prophet, and Ravagers. You know what, Chris? Get back here. We need you. Chris is my second Blade Master. So,
They collect pieces of broken souls.
yeah.
Flesh is its canvas.
So, who is he going to attack? Okay. You can't do that. Alright, so we need to reposition. Alright, we'll just shoot him. Okay. It's dodging attacks. Left and right.
Shred them down.
Can I? No, I can't hit him. Okay, we'll just hide here. You know what? You make me angry.
How foolish my fears.
Okay, and we'll hide here again. Okay, so we use it to avoid line of sight, so the infected cannot hit us. He can still use protective shadow against like with his allies, he can still use Protective Shadow to buff up his allies, but that does not matter to me. Okay, you can't get away from this. So Imbued Blade has many advantage over so yeah, Imbued Blade has many advantage over a regular slash. It's because although it's a delayed attack, it can hit 2 enemies at once. In addition to that, you cannot miss with it. So it's very powerful in that sense because you can't miss. Yeah, see how your armor is gonna protect you now. GG. Okay, that was a bit of a silly damage that Chris took because I wasn't paying attention on the timeline. The Ravagers always surprise me because they move very quickly up the timeline, so yeah, they always sort of surprise me. So that means, again, you need to pay a lot of attention to the timeline. Unstoppable. Initiative push resistance plus 10%. Around her feet, the remains of evil. In her mind, clarity. Yeah, so there will be enemies later on that can push you down the timeline. Obviously, have resistance to that will be really, really useful.
Behold,
Adrenaline.
an offering from the child. Embrace it with caution.
All damage is increased by 20%. In a fit of pain and despair, the child lashes out against one of his doctors. I don't know. What was that? Okay. I thought there was something. Survival challenging, ritual challenging, survival impossible. Alright, we go for the easy mission and then the difficult mission. So we're just gonna go the ritual mission. We're gonna bring to our lower levels Blade Master and Chris. This one we are going to bring Clemens. Yeah. So we'll bring 2 lower level Blade Master and 1 stronger
What more must we sacrifice?
Soulslinger, just in case. Maybe I should have bought Jill because she has Protective Force. I don't know. It doesn't matter actually.
Specimens. Specimens to cut and probe and flay.
I mean, all we have to do is rush the Lost Soul. You can see the child is watching us. We can just park ourselves here. Clemens, get up there and start doing some damage. Yes, he has 12,000 health, but he goes down pretty quick.
A bitter victory.
If I have 2 Blade Master, I'll be able to destroy him very quickly. I mean, he's already lost like more than 1,000 health. Even Clemens herself can do it. I don't even need my Blade Master because of how much damage they're doing.
Don't. Memories hurt. Don't. Memories hurt. Don't.
Yeah, I'm already doing a ton
Memories
of damage.
hurt.
He's only got 8,000 on health. It won't be long.
I cared for them.
Alright, GG.
I can't stop them.
I shouldn't call GG
No,
now,
you can't.
but... Yeah, I don't want to call GG now because... I don't want to jinx myself. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't really care who's spawning. Doesn't matter to me. I mean, the lost soul dies. With ritual missions, you don't really want to drag on unless you absolutely have to. Okay, Ravagers and Ravagers. Yeah, I don't want to drag on this mission longer than I needed to. Just finish it as soon as possible.
They collect pieces of broken souls.
I could get Sam the kill. But I don't know.
Impressive. A bitter victory.
Okay. Now, try to dodge this, buddy. Try to dodge this.
At last.
Damn, I hate...
But it brings me
I
no
hate
pleasure.
Ravagers.
Will the
Alright,
poor
maybe
one's
Chris gets
suffering
it.
never end?
Alright, GG.
A necessary blow.
Alright, these missions were not too difficult. We took some silly damage, as always, but overall, it's still okay.
She comes ever closer to what I was.
Well, okay. We could do the survival mission, we could do the penance mission, we could do a lot of missions. But anyway, I'll probably make a cut here. Thanks everyone for watching. I do appreciate the view, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.